Welcome. I'm Halcyon, and this is the Belief Buffet, a part of Hug Nation, a weekly nugget of wisdom or inspiration or a teaching, some download to help us through this wild journey we share. This week I want to talk about Thich Nhat Hanh, the powerful Vietnamese monk who passed at 95 this week. And I don't want to just talk about him and more talk about what I think he symbolizes, represents, and literally demonstrated. And that is the power of quiet integrity. There are two ways that you can change the world. One is through force, through an army, through bulldozers, through massive amounts of money and changing the physical construction of the world through force. And the other way is through integrity so powerful, a anchoring so intense into a truth that the vibrations of that touch people so profoundly that actions beyond an individual, beyond the people they touch, it changes the world. And Thich Nhat Hanh did that. This really is the faith that I follow in this world during this human lifetime, is that of ripples. And that this world is not one that we are supposed to change or fix. We're not supposed to go, we need to fill in all the cracks, get a dump truck. No, it's what can I do in this moment that is fully in integrity with my values and my truth? And if I do that, it will have effects on people. So if I see a crack in the ground in front of me, I fill that crack. And then I fill the next crack. And I fill the next crack. And perhaps if this crack filling is meaningful, people will go, oh, wow, I'm going to fill some cracks. And then those people are influencing other people. And these ripples go. And before you know it, we have smooth roads from all the people being called by inspiration to do their task, their actions and thoughts in integrity. Now, another person might say, I need to fill all these cracks. How can I create a corporation? Or how can I enslave enough people to get this labor? How can I motivate enough people to do this? But the quiet integrity of someone who is truly in line with something that is bigger than them is far more powerful than anything that could be summoned by motivation or flags and bugles. And so Thich Nhat Hanh was so poetically an example of this because he was this small, quiet man who, through his truth in meeting Martin Luther King Jr., convinced Martin Luther King Jr. to speak out against the Vietnam War. And then MLK Jr. nominated this small little monk for the Nobel Peace Prize. And over 100 books of writing, countless lectures, countless lives touched by Thich Nhat Hanh, myself included. And I love witnessing and watching his videos or listening to him speak in lectures. Well, his ideas are powerful and so peaceful and so modest and yet so deep and powerful. And his voice is so aligned with peace, this peaceful vibe. And I think you will notice that the vibe you get from that experience is not that different from the vibe you get from, say, an Eckhart Tolle or a Muji or another person who has achieved a state of inner peace where they are totally present and sharing quietly and yet profoundly. And so while the vibrations of the volume might be small, the vibrations of their ideas anchored in this intense integrity that's larger than them, that can move mountains, fill cracks. And one of the ways that the ripples affected me, and perhaps even you through me, is I read years ago Thich Nhat Hanh talking about how as we go through the world, even if we have nothing, we are abundant in gifts to give. We can give everyone we meet a flower, symbolically through our kind eyes and our smile. And that has been kind of the anchoring ideology of the love mornings that I've been talking about every morning for almost a year now, is encouraging us to go throughout the world and say good morning, find those opportunities to connect, hand out these flowers. And as his ripples affected me, that idea has kind of evolved through all the people that have been contributing and been, as we come together in community, we're all actually adding a little bit of energy and vibe to this basket of flowers. And so as we go through the day, we are ambassadors of this vibe that is touched by everyone involved and everyone who has touched us. So there is little bits of Thich Nhat Hanh energy in this basket of flowers that we're generating every morning to distribute through our day as ambassadors of love. And I find that even in the sadness of someone dying, which dying at 95 after a life lived with so much purpose is really something to celebrate. But there is sadness too, and processing and grief and loss. But the other thing that pulls me from the tears is this incredible example of a ripple maker. Someone who physically not intimidating, someone who is quiet, someone who is meek and yet shall impact the earth. And I love the example that we can hold on and see that as we struggle to make a difference, as we struggle to find our purpose, we already are fully qualified to do that. We don't need to get stronger. We don't need to get more resources or money. We can walk the world and hand out flowers. And we have no idea how those ripples will affect the world, but they will. So thank you for helping me to generate beautiful energy and share it. Thank you for being you. I love you. Make sure you're subscribed and check out one of these cool videos from the past, but still so relevant for the now. Check the description for links to other social media, my book, and other cool things.